Before we start the proceedings of the AGM, I would like to highlight that this meeting is being held through video conferencing facility provided by CDSL in accordance with the circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and the SEBI and the applicable provisions of the Companies Act and SEBI Listing Regulation 2015. The proceedings of this meeting are also being recorded for compliance purposes. As the requisite quorum is present, and so I invite our Chairman and Managing Director, Shri Anna Munjalji, to initiate the proceedings. Thanks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Pradeep. Dear shareholders, good morning. I, Navratna Munjal, Chairman and Managing Director of your company, am attending this meeting from registered office at Chandigarh. I welcome you all to this 28th annual general meeting. I hope all of you are safe and in good health. This meeting is being held through video conference in accordance with the circular issued by Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI. Participation of the members through video conference is being reckoned for the purpose of quorum, as per the circular issued by the MCA and SEBI from time to time. The requested for quorum being present, I call this meeting to order. Before we start the formal proceeding of the AGM, I would request my colleagues on the video conference to introduce themselves, starting with Mr. S.P. Sharma, our Independent Director.
I am S.P. Sharma, Independent Director on the board of the company, and I am also Chairman of the Audit Committee of the board. Thank you. We are attending this meeting from Delhi.
Dr. Ashwini Kumar Vig.
Good morning, sir. Myself, Dr. Ashwini Kumar Vig, Independent Director. I'm Chairman of Nomination and Nomination Committee, Stakeholder Relation Committee, and Compensation Committee. I'm speaking from Chandigarh, Sector 35.
Thank you. Mr. Rinder Gupta.
I am R.K. Gupta. I am attending this meeting from Sector 38, Chandigarh. I am Chairman of the Risk Management Committee and member of the Audit Committee.
Sir, you are on mute.
Sir, you are on mute. Ms. Nirja Katle.
I'm Mrs. Nija Chetle, Independent Women Director, and I'm attending this meeting from Melbourne, Australia. Thank you.
Thank you. Himanshu Jain.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Himanshu Jain. I'm attending this meeting from head office ISL.
Rishabh Mehta.
Good morning, everyone. I am Rishabh Mehta, full-time director in the company. I'm attending the meeting from Teravasi.
Sahil Munjal.
Morning, everyone. I'm Sahil Munjal, Director Ind-Swift. I'm calling up from Ponta Sahib.
Sunil Deshmukh ji.
Good morning to everyone. I am Sunil Deshmukh, Chief Executive Officer. I am attending this meeting from Ind-Swift Laboratories plant at Teravasi.
Thank you. Along with all the directors, we have Mr. Gagan Agarwal, Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Lokesh Mahajan, Chief Accounts Officer, Mr. Pradeep Verma, Compliance Officer, and Company Secretary are also present in this meeting. We also have with us today representative from our statutory auditors and Mr. Vishal Arora, Secretarial Auditor and Scrutinizer of the company at this AGM. Now over to you, Mr. Pradeep Verma, for your statutory announcements.
Thank you, sir. The facility for joining this meeting opened 15 minutes before the scheduled time of the commencement of the meeting, which is 11:30 a.m., and it will remain open for another 15 minutes after the closure of the meeting. Pursuant to the MCA circular dated 8th April 2020, the facility to appoint proxy to attend and cast vote for the members is not available for this AGM. However, the body corporates are entitled to appoint authorized representative to attend the AGM through video conference and other audio-video means and participate and cast their votes through e-voting. The registered office of the company, which is situated at Chandigarh, shall be deemed as the venue for this AGM, and proceedings of the AGM shall be deemed to be made at the registered office. The members were provided an opportunity to inspect all documents referred to in the notice and the expenditure statement by writing to the company at its email ID, which is investor@indswiftlabs.com till the date of AGM. In accordance with the provisions of the Companies Act and SEBI listing regulations, members have been provided with the facility to exercise their right to vote by electronic means, both through remote e-voting facility and e-voting at the annual general meeting. Remote e-voting facility was made available to all the members holding share as on the cutoff date, that is 23rd September 2023, during the period commencing from 9 a.m. on 27 September 2023 till 5 p.m. on 29 September 2023. Members joining the meeting through video conferencing facility who have not yet cast their vote by means of remote e-voting may vote through e-voting facility provided at this annual general meeting. The e-voting platform is open now for voting and will close 15 minutes from the time of closure of this meeting. The members who have cast their votes by remote e-voting prior to this meeting are requested not to cast their vote again. The Board of Directors have appointed Shri Vishal Arora, Practicing Company Secretary, as the scrutinizer for this AGM. Based on the report of the scrutinizer, the combined results of remote e-voting and the e-voting at the AGM will be announced and displayed on the website of the company and will also be submitted to the stock exchanges as per the requirement under the SEBI regulations. We have received request from 5 shareholders for registration as speakers shareholder in the AGM today. The shareholders who have not registered as speaker are also invited to express their views and raise questions if they have any in the chat box provided. The board would be responding to such queries at the end of the meeting. May I now invite our Chairman and Managing Director to address the shareholders and deliver his speech. Over to you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Pradeep. Dear shareholders, I welcome you all to this 28th Annual General Meeting of Ind-Swift Laboratories Limited. I am happy to share the incredible journey of Ind-Swift during 22-23 and the plans we have for the coming years with all of you today. In a world full of uncertainties and rising prices, Ind-Swift has not just survived, we have achieved one of our best performance. Our revenue soared with strong double-digit growth, EBITDA hit record levels, and our profits multiplied significantly. This success reflects our well-coordinated strategies in product, marketing, pricing, and operations, all driven by our exceptional team members. One of the highlights of our year was winning the prestigious Asia's Best Company of the Year 2022 award from Berkshire Media LLC, a testament to our scholar business strategies and executions. As we look ahead, our commitment to delivering value to our stakeholders remain unwavering. The global pharmaceutical sector is evolving with unique trends in different regions. India, in particular, has played a crucial role in global pharmaceuticals, especially during the pandemic when we supplied vaccines worldwide. India's future success lies in the regulatory simplification, strong industry academia partnerships, and a culture of innovation. This will help us transition from being volume driven to value driven leaders. However, a significant challenge on our path to global pharmaceutical dominance is reliance on API imports. The government's role in promoting self-sufficiency in API is crucial. And as one of the India's top API manufacturers, Ind-Swift is committed to contributing to this cause. We operate in over 70 countries where we can make a substantial impact on healthcare. Our strategy in the recent past has been diversifying our product range, optimizing for sustainability, and entering the finished doses market also. As we implemented these strategies, our business achieved even better financial results and created more value for the stakeholders. It's our people who make our organization what it is today. Competent, talented, and empowered people of Ind-Swift have always played an important role in defining our path to success. We strongly believe that inspired and motivated people with a diverse set of skills, when come together towards a common purpose, can make miracles happen. HR policies, procedures, and protocols at Ind-Swift Laboratory Limited are designed to acquire, maintain, and develop the best possible talent in the best possible way. Our policies are designed most scientifically after carefully reviewing the internal and external environment of the organizations. Our policies aim to establish the most modern HR practices in the workplace. Ind-Swift has been awarded with North India's Best Employer Award by the World HRD Congress in their 16th Annual Employer Branding Awards. Now, moving forward, I would like to take a few minutes to take you through the financial highlights of the financial year ended 31st of March 2023. The revenue from operations for the fiscal year reached 1152 crores, marking a 16.58% growth. Net profit transition from a loss of 5.71 crore in 21-22 to a profit of 42.47 crore in 22-23. Our EBITDA level achieved a lifetime high of rupees 250 crore, a 5.92% increase from the previous year. Earnings per share surged from the negative of 1 rupee in March 22 to rupees 7.43 in March 23. In the first quarter of 2023, revenue from operations stood at 299 crore, with a profit after tax of rupees 2.36 crore. The company earned an EBITDA of rupees 31.1 crore. We are optimistic about our financial performance in the upcoming quarters. We have seen strong demands for our products with molecules like clarithromycin granules, fexofenadine, azithromycin, butapin fumarate, and donazepam, showing more than 20% growth on an average during the year. Overall volumes have grown by over 5%, and our exports have surged by more than 18% from rupees 745 crore to 886 crores. During the year, CRAMS, that is called Contract Research and Manufacturing Services, this vertical has also excelled, offering services in process development, research services, custom chemical synthesis, contract manufacturing, and full-time equivalents for chemistry expertise in the area of API, including intermediate and material science stream. This is a new stream. We have collaborated with various overseas customers for some API and intermediate projects reaching the commercial scale. Additionally, we have undertaken several projects related to material science from initial process development to commercialization, further contributing to our revenue stream. The debt of the company had been the major stress point over the past many years. But I am confident to say today that with the dedicated and hard work of the management and the key team members, we have been able to steer the company from financial stress levels to a value creative business. The journey so far has been very satisfactory. However, for the coming years, in order to grow exponentially, we were required to think out of the box. We had been exploring various options in the past for evaluating the new business opportunities and option to pay the debt. We have entered into finished doses form and another vertical of the pharma industry by setting up two joint ventures and are planning to further expand it to a higher levels. On that front, as the maturities of major debt are approaching, in mid 2024. So we have entered into a business transfer agreement with Messrs. Synthimed Labs Private Limited, a subsidiary of India RF Group, Mumbai, which is a offshoot of Piramal and Healthcare and Bain combined, for the sale of our active pharmaceutical ingredients and contract research and manufacturing services business on a slump sale basis for a consideration of 1,650 crores. We plan to utilize this proceeds to repay our debt fully, make the company a debt-free company, and utilize the funds for the acquisition and expansion. The management is aware of the situation post-sale, where the company shall be left with a newly ventured finished doses for business and shall require some businesses for reaching at the same level of the sale and EBITDA in coming 3-4 years. Considering this, board has approved the takeover of the existing finished dosage business of the group company, that is Ind-Swift Limited, by merger. The transaction shall be a win-win situation for the stakeholders of both the entities and shall create value in the medium to long term. Shedding the load and leveraging from the strength of one another is the call of the time. All this is, of course, subject to the approval of you all, the shareholders, for which separate meetings are proposed with the vision to create a debt-free pharma entity. I thank you all for joining us today, and I express my gratitude to our directors, shareholders, partners, and our dedicated team for their unwavering support. Here's to a future filled with growth, innovation, and continued success for Ind-Swift. Thank you all. Pradeep, please take.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. So I now proceed with the agenda items. As the notice and director's report has already been circulated to the shareholders, it is being taken as read. Now, with your permission, I take the auditor's report as read and would like to inform the members that the emphasis of matter forming part of the auditor's report has been duly replied to by the directors in their board report. As the meeting is being convened through video conference today, the resolutions have already been put to vote through remote voting, and the requirement to propose and second the resolution is not applicable. I will now brief you about the resolutions that have been proposed for the approval of the shareholders in the notice of the annual general meeting. Item number 1 is to receive, consider, approve, and adopt the audited financial statements, including consolidated financial statements for the financial year ended 31st March 2023, together with the directors and auditors report thereof. Item number 2 is to appoint a director in place of Mr. Himanshu Jain, who retires by rotation and being eligible, offers himself for reappointment. Item number 3 is ratification of remuneration of the cost auditors for the financial year 2023-24. Item number 4 is reappointment of Mrs. Neerja Chetli as an independent director for a second term of 5 years in terms of Section 149 of the Companies Act 2013. And the last item on the agenda of the AGM is to ratify the appointment of Shri Dr. Ashwini Kumar V, independent director, for the remaining period of his term due to his attaining the age of 75 years. All these items have been put to vote by the shareholders. So I now proceeds with the next agenda, which is we have 5 registered speakers with us. They will be unmuted and will be allowed to ask questions one by one. Members who have not registered themselves as a speaker but still want to ask any question may do so by posting themselves questions in the chat box available on their screen. We will respond to all the queries by the speaker shareholders and the queries received in the chat box in the one go. In the interest of time, I request all the speaker shareholders to please keep the questions brief and do not repeat the questions which has been asked by their fellow members. I also request them not to take more than 3 minutes. I now request the admin to please unmute the first speaker, the registered speaker, so that he can express his views or ask questions. Mr. Santosh Bhutani. Admin. Mr. Bhutani.
वही देख रहे हैं सर। नहीं सर, वो नहीं है।
I move to the second speaker, Mr. Ankur Chanda.
अंकुर चंदा जी भी नहीं है सर।
And the third speaker is Miss SP Bisania.
एसपी सिंधानिया भी नहीं है सर। नहीं है सर।
Asne, he is here. I can see the name in the attendees.
Sir, thanks for saying that you can see my name. Otherwise, moderator would have just said he's not there.
Which one, sir?
I am Aspi.
एसपी एक्चुअली सर, मैं एसपी नहीं, मैं एसपी एस फॉर स्टेट के हिसाब से चला सर। Sorry.
So that's why a link is required. A proper link is required. Okay, sir. I'm Aspi from Bombay.
Please go ahead with your query, sir.
Thanks for giving me an opportunity to talk. Sir, next year when the physical meetings start, please continue to hold hybrid meetings so that we can also participate. Sir, and please do not hold the AGM on the last day when there are so many meetings. Sir, sale of API and CRAMS business, book closure has been withdrawn. So is the EGM there or not? And are you proceeding with that sale or not? Because the notice of withdrawing the EGM is very unclear. Only the notice says that the book closure has been withdrawn, but whether the EGM is withdrawn or not, that we don't know. So please clarify on that. So in quarter one, if you want to reply now, you can reply now.
No, you please complete.
Okay. So Q1, our revenue was flat quarter on quarter. However, profit before tax has reduced by 25%. So how do you see the profitability for the balance year? Then what will be the effect of selling the API and CRAMS business on our top line and bottom line? How much of our top line will go away and how much of our bottom line will go away? And that will give us an idea of how much the Piramal profits will be there. So thank you very much, and I hope you do not hold the meeting on last day. See, first two speakers have not come. Maybe because they are busy with some other meeting. Thank you very much and all the best for the future.
Yeah, I'll reply to the first two queries. Actually, the MCA has given the facility to companies due to the COVID that they can hold the meetings through this audio video mode. So we are taking that facility, and this is giving a wide coverage to the shareholders to attend. So I think due to this, you can attend from your home location. But we have, since there was a gap for this facility, for this permission was not allowed, so we are holding the EGM in a physical mode. So you can attend the meeting in physical mode on 6th of October, which is very much being held. The book closure date was withdrawn as the exchanges suggested that you already have a book closure for AGM. So two book closures are not permissible, so you withdraw it. So we have only withdrawn the book closure. The AGM is very much there.
And we are going through the sales.
Yes.
Yeah. And the next query related to the finance, I think probably our CFO, Mr. Gagan Agarwal, is best suited person to reply to his queries. Gagan?
Hello.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pradeep, can you please repeat the query?
Yeah, actually, I'll repeat the reply. Actually, Mr. Bisania, the 96% of our turnover and the profit will go from the slum sale. But simultaneously, you see, we have entered into the formulation business where we have we have launched 2 joint ventures for which are slowly moving up and they will be growing. And secondly, after the slum sale, the company will be having sufficient cash to look for acquisitions and expanding the existing business, whichever will be left. And Thirdly, we have proposed the merger of the group company Ind-Swift Limited, which is into formulations with Ind-Swift Laboratories Limited. That Ind-Swift Limited is already having a turnover of 422 crores and a net profit of 26 crores and a beta of 51 crores. And going forward, we see a good future for Ind-Swift Laboratories and its shareholders, for the combined shareholders of Ind-Swift Limited also, as we will grow into the formulation business. I hope this satisfies your.
He's not there in the
query.
meeting. Pradeep SP Visani is not there.
So anyhow, if any more further queries come, to Pradeep can answer that.
I move to the next speaker, Mr. Murli. No, he doesn't say. Mr. Sarabjit Singh, he is the last speaker. Do we have him?
Sarabjit sir भी नहीं है sir.
Okay, so we are through with the speakers. Any other shareholder has any query, so he is open, he can raise his query. We have not received any question in the chat box also. So since all the queries has been answered, this brings us to the end of this meeting, and I would like to hand over the proceedings back to our chairman.
Thank you, Pradeep. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude towards all the stakeholders and shareholders of the company for taking out valuable time and for participating in the AGM. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Before I announce the closure of the meeting, I would like to remind the members who have not voted on resolutions through the remote e-voting facility to cast their votes on the CDSL e-voting system. The detailed process of voting is mentioned in the AGM notice. The e-voting will be disabled after 15 minutes from the time of closure of this meeting. I now formally propose a vote of thanks to the chair, and I hereby declare the proceedings as closed. I thank you all once again for being with us this morning and attending this AGM. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
The meeting conclude कर दें प्रदीप जी?
हाँ जी sir. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Smith, please conclude the meeting.
Thank you.
Recording stopped.
Thank you.